Welcome to Mommy in Chief. I'm your host, Laila Ali, and today we're talking about something that I think all busy moms can relate to, and that's finding me time for ourselves. And I think it's safe to say that as easy as that sounds, it's always a challenge. So today, to help me talk about this topic, I brought in a couple friends of mine. I have Shanice, who is a Grammy-nominated singer and songwriter. She's also an actress and a television producer. I also have my talent manager, Amber Noble Garland, who's also an entrepreneur and a career columnist for MadameNoire.com, and Holly Robinson Pete, who is an actress and also an author and philanthropist. So ladies, we all know that it's so hard finding me time being a busy mom. You're taking care of, if you have a husband, you're taking care of your husband, you're taking care of your kids, your career, and then we're kind of the last ones on the list when it comes to taking care of ourselves. So now, Shanice, tell me, I know you're very busy right now. You're always touring. You're in the studio. You have 2 children. How old are they?
My daughter's 12. My son is 9.
Okay.
So they're big now.
They are big, but I don't think the job ever gets any easier, right? It's just always a new challenge, right?
It's always a new challenge.
And so you're also in production of a television show with your husband, Flex Alexander, who's also an actor.
Yeah.
So tell me, with your busy schedule, how do you find time for yourself?
It's really hard. But when I need a little time off, I'll just do things like go to the mall by myself, go out, have some lunch, go to the gym, stuff like that. But when I take too much time, I feel bad. Like I feel guilty if I stay out too long. I'm like, oh, the kids are probably gonna think I'm neglecting them, or So.
Do they ever say anything to you and make you feel that way?
Well, when I leave town, when I leave town to sing, my kids, they cry. Like,
oh
no! Please, don't go. And I'm like, I have to work. We have to stay in this house. We gotta eat. You gotta, nice clothes. So.
It's funny because us being moms, being the nurturer, you always feel guilty, no matter how much you're there, the times that you have to leave, you always feel like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And they're okay.
Yeah.
They're always okay when you come back. They're not thinking about you when you're gone, but they make you feel guilty before you leave, right? They're very good at that. So for you, it's the small things, just getting out, having lunch, going shopping.
Yeah, even if it's just an hour to myself, that's good for me. Sometimes I just need just that 1 hour. And I think that's important because if you don't take that time out for yourself, you can get a little overwhelmed if you don't have just a little bit of time to yourself. So I can't be a great mom if I'm like overwhelmed. So
right.
That helps a lot.
Now, Amber, you are a wife. You have multiple careers. I know you're busy because you're my talent manager. So when you got married and had your first daughter in your mid-30s,
right.
How has that changed your life?
It changed tremendously because number one, she's my number one client now, and she's demanding.
She's 20 months old now?
Leah is 20 months old, and I call her baby Beyonce. You can figure that out for yourself. She dances, she sings, and she entertains. But it's changed in a very rewarding way. I have always had a sense of purpose, but I think it's on a different level. And I travel frequently, as you know, but I want to do it now while she's young, because when she can really pay attention and understand, I want to be there. But I'm very present and very active with her.
Well, I know how stressful it can be because I'm just as busy as you are,
right.
And you do have a lot of responsibility when you're a mom and you're very family oriented, because you know me, I like to cook and I like to do laundry and I like to do all those things.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do. I like to do every job like it's my only job. Yes, I'm the domestic diva. I like that.
Yes.
But what do you do when it comes to you? Like, how do you find that me time?
The funny thing is that I used to live a lot more spontaneously. And so now, because I'm a wife and I'm a mom and I run multiple businesses, I have to schedule things. I can't just fly by the seat of my pants. So scheduling for me, my massages, my manis, my pedis, getting my gray color, and whatever else I can sneaking off to eat those things that you always get on me about.
Oh, yes.
Scheduling for me gives me my me time, and I need that to just be good to everybody else that relies on me.
Mm-hmm. So for you, it's about scheduling the time, because you feel like if you don't schedule it, it's just not going to happen, right?
It won't. Like if there's not a slot on my schedule, then it's almost as if it doesn't exist. So, scheduling.
Now, Holly, I know you have your hands full, okay? You have 4 children ranging from age, what is it?
8, 11, and 2 16-year-olds.
Whew.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yes, you have your children, you have your Holly Rock Foundation, which takes a tremendous amount of work, and you're actually creating an autism center for children.
It's interesting, my philanthropy is sort of like, Hollywood is like my 5th child in a way. My son has autism, and I'm so in tune with these families who have less resources than we do, that they have to take care of these children with autism, and I'm so connected. And my kids know how important that is to me. So you're talking about feeling guilty. I mean, you know, getting up, and tonight I'm flying out on a red eye. I'm gonna go back east to Charlotte for an autism organization that really needs help right now. And you know, it used to be they would make me feel real guilty, like, oh, Mommy, don't leave, and you know, what about us? And now they're like, oh, what are you doing, and who are you helping? And I'm so glad you're advocating, so that's good. But the thing that I don't do is, you schedule and you grab your time, but see, I sneak out of the house.
You have to.
I would not advocate, or I would not ever tell anybody to do this, but I sneak out. And how I get out, as long as I don't have my shoes on, my heels on, the kids don't suspect anything.
Right, 'cause they see those heels, they're like, where are you going?
Those heels, they're like, where are you going? I can have a dress on and be full hair, makeup beat, but if my shoes are off.
So where are you going when you sneak out?
It could be anywhere. It could be a spa. It could be a Starbucks. It could be a little bistro where I'm by myself. I just need some me time. And sometimes they think I'm sneaking out, but I go back upstairs and hide in my bathroom.
Right. So you just have some. So she's just trying to hide and have some quiet times.
And I don't have to go or nothing. I just need to be in the room to have some me time, whether it's just reading a magazine.
As a mom, you know, I used to feel really guilty with my 2 children taking time for myself, because I grew up with, you know, nannies, and I've always wanted to be very hands-on with my children, and you know, that's something that is really near and dear to my heart. But I've learned that, you know, I can't be my best self unless I get rest, you know, unless I recharge.
You gotta delegate.
And they're fine. I come home and they're fine. You know, I've already said to you before, I'm like, how do you do it, Holly? Because I'm complaining, you know, you have a 20-month-old, you have 2, I have 2,
It's
and you have 4.
relative.
She makes it look really
And I'm like, how are you doing
Well,
it?
sometimes I do leave them home alone.
Right.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, but the older ones are 16 now, so I'm like, it's time for you guys to help out. So it all balances. It's all relative. We all got so much going. But the most important thing, and I'm so glad it's such a great topic, is just having that me moment and that me time that keeps us recharged and moving.
Of course it is. And I think, like you said, it doesn't matter if you're just going to get something to eat, if you're going shopping, you know, if you're going to the spa.
Right.
You know, I get my manis and petties, because you know, you see it on my schedule. And you're like, this girl stays getting a mani pedi. I'm like, every 2 weeks.
I'm on the phone
And I get an extra massage.
trying to negotiate $1 million deal, and you're like, I'm getting a massage.
I'm like, stop calling me for my massage.
Where did all those
I need
noises
an
out here
extra
in the background?
$5 foot rub, $5, 5 more minutes.
A lot of people ask me, well, how do you do this? And then I'm still doing for-profit work too, so I'm doing this and the other. But most of the time at home, I'm just a straight up hot mommy mess. I mean, I just am. You know, I walk around raggedy hair all over the place, and it's so great. And that's how the kids see me. So they know that when I'm like taking it up, that I'm gonna go do something either that's gonna be philanthropic, or gonna keep food on their table, or whatever, or just have a date night with Dad. You know.
Well, I'm just glad you don't come out the house that way, because then I had to pull you aside. Like I do my friends that come out the house tore up. I'm like, can you just take 5 minutes for yourself? Just take 5 minutes. A little mascara, lip gloss, that's a rule. 5 minutes, ladies.
Queen
5
of correction,
minutes.
yes.
Yes.
Love it.
Well, I want to thank you guys for, you know, talking about this today, because I think that a lot of women need encouragement, because we hold it all together, and we have, you know, a lot of hats that we wear as women, and we do feel guilty about taking time to ourselves. So hopefully you all at home found some inspiration to go out and find some me time for yourself. Okay, so I want to thank my friends for coming and chatting with me today on this topic. Thank you all for watching. Now please tune in next time, as I'll be sharing my exclusive date night kit with you guys. And of course, if you want any more information on this episode, you can log on to MadameNoire.com/mommyinchief. And of course, follow us on Twitter at MadameNoire, and please like us on Facebook. And as always, you can follow me on my social media channels at The Real Laila Ali. See you next time.